Good evening. This afternoon, Pat Quinn gave us his sense of how things are going in Illinois. I'm not sure he gave you the whole story. Did he tell you that Illinois rates dead last in job creation, or did he say that our unemployment rate was among the highest in the nation, or that Illinois has the second highest net outmigration rate in America? I didn't think so. I'm here today to tell you the truth, and it's a truth that many of you know all too well. Illinois is broke, and on top of that, Illinois is broken. One-party rule has left us with leaders who can't work together to get things done. The Speaker of the House, the President of the Senate, and the Governor, they barely talk to one another. And even though they're all Democrats, they're engaged in a perpetual nuclear standoff that has created a culture of mistrust which serves no one. 10 years of infighting and mismanagement has sent Illinois into a downward death spiral, the likes of which we haven't seen in a generation. And nowhere is that more apparent than the state budget. Government continues to live beyond its means and spend money we don't have. Instead of making the hard decisions that have to be made, Governor Quinn and his fellow Democrats have kicked the can down the road. Not surprising, given how they look at the problem. They think we have a revenue problem, and they keep looking for more money. But you and I know the truth. State government has a spending problem. Democrats are just enablers. They promised the taxpayers the 67% income tax hike was going to close the state's budget gap and take care of old bills. But what happened? Democrats spent most of that money instead of paying down the debt like they promised. Democrats squandered over $25 billion of that tax revenue. And we actually today still have $6 billion plus of bills in the comptroller's office with no end in sight. But getting the state's house in order is just the first step to restoring our economy. It begins rebuilding with our state's business climate. Last year, a survey of CEOs from across the country said Illinois had the third worst climate for doing business in America. I don't doubt it. I hear the same thing from business people all over this state. They're frustrated by a state government that wants to tax everything that's not tied down. They're frustrated by the jungle of red tape they have to machete through just to get anything done. They're frustrated with a political environment where corruption seems to be the norm, not the exception. And they're frustrated. They're ashamed of being blamed for everything that's wrong with Illinois. It's no wonder that more jobs are leaving. Last month, our unemployment rate was 8.6%, among the highest in the nation, highest in the Midwest, more than twice that of Iowa. And while other states slowly recover, a major study now shows that Illinois will rank dead last in job creation in 2014. People are losing hope, and I don't blame them. Those who have jobs are working harder and harder, but falling farther and farther behind. Those looking for work are wondering just how long they have to hold on. And meanwhile, the steady cadence of corruption continues, story after story. But getting back to today's State of the State address, how's Illinois working for you? Most people I talk with say it's not working for them. But I'm here to tell you it doesn't have to be that way. We don't have to go down that road. There's another way. We can rein in state spending. We can pass Medicaid reforms to start reducing the skyrocketing increases. We can convene an emergency session and force state agencies to cut discretionary spending now, not next year. We can dedicate new revenue to paying down those old bills. And more importantly, we can create a real jobs program to get families back on their feet. I'm not talking about an animated cartoon here. I'm talking about a real program where we roll up our sleeves and work hand in glove with employers and labor to create good paying jobs. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of Illinois being the laughingstock of late night comedy shows. But even though the crisis is not new, Governor Quinn and his fellow Democrats don't seem to be able to work together and find a solution. And so it's getting worse. Pat Quinn's a nice man, and his heart's probably in the right place. but he lacks the know-how and the discipline to make hard decisions that have to be made. We need new leadership in the governor's office. We need a governor who will work with the legislature, not joust with it. A governor who makes job creation a real priority, not just a press release. And a governor who can hit the restart button, keep his promises, and change the toxic atmosphere in Springfield. I've done that, working with Governor Jim Edgar, and I can do it again. Yes, Illinois is broke, and in many ways it's broken, but it can be fixed. We can get our house in order. We can bring employers back to Illinois, and we can get people working again. Better days are ahead for all of us if we pull together. I thank you for your time. It's time to make Illinois the capital of the Midwest, and it's time to make Illinois work again for you.